You know, repeating the title would be redundant, but that's right. We're gonna beat Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope Rayman in the Phantom Show using only Rayman. Now, the rules are, of course, beating the final boss of Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of not using the Rabbids at all, and that includes not upgrading their skill trees, not moving them, not using them to attack, not even using them as trampolines with team jump. Right off the bat, the tutorial is pretty simple. We're gonna use just Rayman, so no problem here. And after we see one of the best cutscenes in the game that gave us this expression of Rayman, we begin the first ever team battle. So we start with the slide.
Hello.
I mean, we start with the slide and took out these Goombas. Then I summoned these turrets that will just do the job for us. And now we sit back and relax. Now I just use the blaster to hit this big ice cat, then summon more turrets. I probably should have summoned those turrets earlier and moved them, but this is the first battle, so I'm not too worried. Now I slide here. I shouldn't have done that because I should have probably moved the turrets and then used slide to activate the turrets, but again, this is basically a tutorial and I'm playing at the easiest difficulty because I feel like, especially during boss fights, I feel like that's gonna be kinda hard. Again, slide here to take out the Goomba, and then I have the rocket, so now I can abuse this OP ability. And that's the tutorial. Now, out of the 3 worlds available, I chose the most Rayman 2 coded one, that is the pirate one. And I'm immediately greeted by the Sea Stooges, who really want an ass beating. And who am I to deny it to them? Now, there's plenty of enemies, but I only need to defeat the Sea Stooges. So I immediately spawn a couple of turrets, just so, you know, I can guard myself. I probably should call them guards because that's the official name, but yeah. This big rabbit in mud is really dangerous. He's already beating up Rabbid Peach, but I do not care for rabbits. I mean, that's my whole thing as a Rayman fan. So basically now I spawn more guards and use the vortex pole to pull as many stooges as possible to deal maximum damage. After 5 minutes of the enemy's turn, it's finally my time to shine again. I do have a POW block though, so I will use it. Then I hook here, and basically the goal here is to just dash through them. So now I wait for the next turn. The mud guy is dangerously reaching me. I do get hit by a stooge. Luckily though, the vortex guard just does the job for me, so there's just one stooge left. And that is it, fellas. Now I just realized that all we have to do now is just beat the boss's asses. Damn, there were too many asses on that sentence.
Limitless.
The reason why I decided to make this whole video was because of one speedrun strat. You can basically hit 3 of the Dark Messiahs with one rocket ride, which is crazy. This guy took down the Kraken in 3 turns, which is insane because in my first playthrough I tried this battle like 10 times or maybe more. So after I took down the first 3 eyes, I wanted to spice things up and go down there on the aisle and shoot the eyes from there. But that didn't go quite well, and I repeated this fight several times, just like my first playthrough. That was funny in a bad way, because that meant I made the same mistakes from a different perspective. Like, how do you manage to do that? And then I accepted my fate and basically camped on the same tower to wait for the Kraken to turn and then hit it. But that didn't go quite well as well, because the angle the Kraken would turn wasn't always the best, and for the life of me I couldn't replicate the fly strat. The rocket kept falling. Also, I didn't camp on the same tower because I was also getting bored. So occasionally I jumped down and shoot at the Kraken, and that backfired me hard because here I am at 42 HP left. But in the end, I finally managed to take this fish down. Here we have the Rayman Legends coded set, which is the medieval one. Like I said before, this is all boss fights, so after clearing the maze, I went straight for the head of the dragon. So basically the game wants you to take this bomb to the Dark Mass Gate, and the way to do it is basically place your characters on the switches so that the pipes would be available, and that's basically it. When I thought of this challenge, I knew for sure this was gonna be the trickiest one. So one thing I tried even in my first playthrough was placing guards on the switches. It worked because that activated the pipes. Now the problem is the enemies, because once they got enough near them, the guards would just activate, of course. On top of that, at some point, once I cleared the main area, portals came out of nowhere. Literally. Luckily for me, they spawned ghost rabbits. Can't remember their actual names. The important thing is that when they move, they get invisible. That means turrets don't activate. That was perfect. So once I cleared the path of enemies, I placed another turret on the second switch, and that was it. I just needed to grab the bomb and bring it here. The Rabbids died in the meanwhile. For some reason, when the bomb spawned and went through the pipe, it would just go to its right and activate the guard. Are they stupid? They should follow me instead. Why would they do that? I don't know, but that got me thinking, and then decided to defeat the ghost rabbits and place myself in a way that would hopefully attract the bomb towards me. That worked, and that was it. All I have to do now is use a move boost, dash the bomb, grab it, go through the pipe, and blow up, finally, the Dark Mass Gate. And then I realized that was phase 1. I got 30 HP left. I'm not gonna make it. So I played a couple of optional battles, using only Rayman, of course, to get some health back and more money to get mushrooms. Super Mario mushrooms, of course. Now we are face to face with the giant flaming stooge. Okay, this is the funniest one because I immediately had this idea. Basically, spawn as many turrets as possible, make the stooge move towards me, and watch some beautiful fireworks. A portal spawned here. That kinda scared me, but nothing to worry about. Bro is not having fun. I take some damage here and there, but honestly, this was way easier than the last fight. Also, one thing that I've seen very few people do is that Rayman is the only character in the whole game that can attack twice. And honestly, I find it very cool because you can fire the first projectile with the base blaster and then use a costume to fire another one. And that was basically the strat after I ran out of guards. And then I said goodbye, Stooge. Stupid and stooge. It was funnier in my head. Ah yes, the Western set. Again, we head straight to the boss. This might be easier than all we've been through before, because I can basically wait the cooldown of the rocket costume and reach them from here, and that's the game. Also, here I find this creepy stuff. And that's all I did. So you know, it's the same stuff. Spawning guards, using the rocket, shooting at enemies here and there, and that's the game. Anyway, for those curious, here's what my final loadout looks like. Now, we unfortunately get an ass beating in this song, but Come on now, it's time for revenge. Luckily for us, these hooks are placed in such a perfect way so that they can let us get to the light bulb and dash it. Now we take some cover and wait for the next turn. Time to dash through this light bulb, make the Phantom naked, and then it's time for carnage, boy! After we take out the stooge, that is. The Rabbids die, but slowly but surely we defeat the swinging Phantom. Okay, phase 2 begins now. I have really low HP, but you know, I have some mushrooms, if you know what I mean, so that is not going to be a problem. What is a problem though is that mud rabbit. During the second turn I use a multi-dash to get 2 extra dashes, and here it is, the best play of all time. You wouldn't believe how big-brained I was here.
Oh no, no.
Thanks to the multi-dash, the Phantom is naked once again. And now the strat is always the same: spawning guards, pulling enemies in, but most importantly, trying to survive. Okay, one more hit and the goo guy is goo gone. Oh shit. Okay, nothing to worry about. We just gotta play it carefully. Okay, the Phantom has a cover ignoring attack. Good to know. I can't attack, and if I use the clean item, I will simply lose an action point, so I just skip the turn.
I also remember that the Phantom can teleport.
2 more portals spawn here, but all I need to do is just spawn a couple of guards here and use the rocket ride to damage the Phantom. And then run away as far as I can. The Phantom teleports, hits me, but as long as I'm far from the portals, it's all gonna be alright.
A few moments later.
And boom, phase 2 is done. It's time to defeat Final Phantom. Okay, I dash, I heal, I place guards, I realize we got Bravados. The Phantom activates his counter, which would be a problem, but luckily when we use a rocket ride we are... It would hurt a lot, but we're in and free to move. We attack the second light bulb and that unlocks the other 2. In the meanwhile, turrets simply do their thing. A couple of turns later, I'm in this situation. The Phantom has his counter active. I really can't do much, so I just spawn these 2 turrets and basically stay away from danger. I am the danger. Somehow, I still get hit really bad, but you know, I still have 1 mushroom. Bravados are annoying, man. So now I will just bullet this motherfucker. Like the TF2 engineer, I'm placing turrets everywhere basically. We then place these turrets in front of the portal. Like imagine being born and then immediately exploding. We can't attack here, but we can dash the last light bulb. And this is where the fun begins.
Okay, this does not look good here,
But I will use the cooldown clock to get the hell out of here. Unfortunately, I get my ass beat and now I'm left with 29 HP. We are officially in all or nothing territory. Thick pigs are approaching, so I make sure I have the most safe guard wall of all time. Honestly, this was pretty funny and satisfying to watch. The counter almost reaches me, but I might be just in the right position to hit him. Come on! Yes! Let's go! You're going down, Phantom. Again. By a different Scrimblow Bimblow. That's right. Clap, people, clap. So, to answer the question, can you beat
Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Rayman in the Phantom Show using only Rayman?
Yes. Yes, you can.